Long-term users exhibit symptoms of paranoid schizophrenia, stroke, cerebral hemorrhage, congestive heart failure, fetal damage. Just a minute. Jane, are you out of your mind? Close the door.
Didn't even sit here. Oh, I made myself invisible, but I lost my Flash Gordon ring. I was followed today, Eden, right after our little luncheon. Now, why is it that whenever you and I get together, somebody gets on to me?
How do you know you're being followed?
I learned to watch my back a long time ago.
Damn it, Jane, don't you realize you could have brought them here?
How do you know? How do I know you didn't put them on me in the first place?
Now, are we going to go through all this again?
Excuse me for being suspicious. One time could have been coincidental. 2 times makes me just a little nervous. I don't wait around for a third.
Jane, listen to me.
No, you listen to me. I'm not in this to see my face on the 11 o'clock news being escorted to lockup by Officer Castillo. You got that? You're crossing the wrong person.
I had nothing to do with you being followed. I have as much to lose as you do.
More, much more. Trust me. So you better check out your home life, sweetheart, because I think your husband knows more about your secret little habits than you think.
Officer Walters here followed our friend Jane down to the docks, where she met with a dark-complected man of medium build, about 5'10", wearing a black jacket and cowboy boots, Blackwater. Sound like anybody you've ever run across?
Yeah, most of the guys on State Street after 8 p.m. Was he kind of Mexican looking?
Rob, surely you can tell the difference between a Chicano and, say, a Guatemalan, right?
No, I mean, could he have been Latino or, you know?
That would be my guess.
I don't know. I mean, there's a couple of guys that I've seen around look like that, but I don't know.
You don't know, yeah. If you were to see him in a mugshot, you think you could recognize him again?
I couldn't get very close, and they kept away from the light. Sorry, Cruz. Should have followed him. I wound up losing the woman anyway.
In any case, why don't you go over this book and give it a shot? It might ring a bell. I'd like you to look at these pictures too, Rob, if it wouldn't be too much trouble. What?
Is this your girlfriend or something?
That's my wife. Why?
Oh.
Why?
No, nothing. I don't know.
You don't know? What don't you know? Spit it out. What's the problem?
That's her. That's the woman who met with Jane in the diner. That's the one who was doing the drug deal with her.
You mean she looks like her?
No, I mean that's her.
I think you must be mistaken, son.
Hey, whatever you say.
What did you see?
You know what I saw? I went to the diner to find Jane, like you told me to do. I mean, it wasn't my idea, you know? It wasn't like I wanted to find your wife with her.
Yeah. What exactly did you see? What exactly happened?
They sat down, they talked a little bit. I mean, I couldn't hear everything, you know, but I heard enough to know that the arrangements were made for some ice to change hands, and then they agreed to meet in the alley later on, and that's when I called you. That's all I know.
I want you to stay here and go over those mugshots with Walters.
Cruz, he's just a kid. He probably made a mistake.
Yeah, I guess I better find out, huh, Vic?
Considering he hates our guts, he also may have made a mistake on purpose. You don't really believe Eden's out there buying crystal meth?
I think she would pretend to buy it if a story depended on it. The problem is the people she's dealing with, they don't pretend. If they say they're going to kill her, they will. I'll be back.
If Cruz were on to me, he wouldn't be assigning tales. He would confront me.
He's a cop, for God's sake.
He's also my husband. I know him. He'd be more concerned about me than catching you, believe me.
Unless you were working with him.
I don't know what it is I have to do to convince you. What are you doing?
Oh, let's just call it
A test. Are you crazy? I mean, if people followed you
I
here...
wasn't. I lost him. At least I think I did. You know, I've learned that people can fake their way through just about anything, but not everything.
I'm about ready to go on the air. You know, I'm not really good at hiding the high.
Thought it was the job that got you hooked.
Yeah, it was. You know, editing, late nights, writing stories, but not on the air. You know, I can't take the risk.
What is this, Eden? Me on Candid Camera or something?
Eden, are you in there?
Yeah, hold on a minute. It's my boss.
Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something?
No. This is Charlotte. This is Sam Whitfield.
Hi.
He's our news director here.
Yeah.
Charlotte is somebody that I'm interviewing for help at home. You know, you always said I'd be more productive.
I see.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you. Eden, we've got a 10-second hole in the 10 o'clock update. I can't get the tape that I want. I've got some suggestions here that I'd like to go on
Excuse
over.
me. I suppose we're finished now, right, Mrs. Castillo? I better be going. It was very nice meeting you.
You too.
Yeah. Thanks, Charlotte. I'll call you next week.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
You're gonna hire somebody with pupils as big as quarters to look after your kids?
No.
Is she doing what I think she's doing? Eden, is she your connection?
Sam, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do this.
Why? Do you think she's onto you?
She's not the one I'm worried about.
Well, I'd say that you've got a problem then. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
My suggestion would be to do something to throw your husband off the track, Eden. I can't have him kill this story.
Yeah, easier said than done. You don't know my husband.
But I know you, and I know you can handle it.
Handle what?
Hi, sweetie. What are you doing here?
Well, I was hoping we could have a little talk, but maybe I'll listen to you two finish your conversation just in case it's about the same thing.
Oh, Eden and I were just talking about our latest story, whether we should go with 2 installments or 3. Is that what was in your mind?
That depends on what the story is.
It's an Easter piece, just some fluff. Eden has a gift for making fluff into something interesting.
Yeah, she certainly does.
Eden, you've got about 90 seconds to air.
Oh, I know. I'll talk to you later at home.
Sam, you mind telling me what you've really got my wife working on?
An Easter piece, Cruz, like I said. Why would I lie to you?
Now, come on, man, I know you. There's nothing you wouldn't stoop to get something hot on tape. Nothing you wouldn't make your reporters stoop to.
Cruz, there's the tape. Why don't you sit down and relax and look at it? It's a harmless story. Excuse me. Show must go on.
I made contact with Jane. I thought it was the best way to get in. If I got close enough, I might be able to find out who's supplying all this stuff to people in the city. I mean, you yourself said the police were in no position. You were starting from square one. Well, I wasn't.
You actually thought that you could do this behind my back, that you could pull this off without me finding out about it.
All I knew is that I couldn't say anything to you until I had something concrete because you'd tell me to stop doing the story.
Well, you were right about that.
Well, I'm sorry. But I'm not giving this up.
If you're caught, what do you think these people are going to do? You think they're going to slap you on the wrist and tell you not to do it again? They're not. They're going to waste you without thinking twice.
I'm not going to let it get that
If
far.
they catch you, you won't have the choice.
This is my job. I do my job, you do your job. If I was anybody else's wife, you wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's exactly why I am having it. You're my wife. This isn't the weather report. This is life and death. And I want you to get reassigned.
This is not an assignment. This is my choice.
I'll lock you up. How about that? You see this? I got you in possession right here and now.
Do you want these people caught? My friend Linda's sitting in a hospital. Our friend, your fellow officer, died because of these people. There are teenagers on the street who are wanting to get it fixed because of what these bastards have done. And I'm about to give you what you need to nail this guy, and now you want to turn your back on this?
To keep you from getting killed? Are you kidding?
I am your best source, and for God's sakes, I'm not dead. I am in. And you need that.
Not enough to risk losing you, I don't.
That's not going to happen.
You're right. It's not.